So the N-word sucks. It should be taken out of. We should just go Men in Black fucking shooting. Nobody knows that word.
What word?
What word? Huh?
What are we even talking about?
I don't know. Why am I talking into a microphone?
I don't even know.
I gotta go pee.
This is crazy.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Q-Tip and the Short Guy. I am D.
And I'm the Kid Dre.
So, today...
I don't know what that was. Sorry.
I just wanted to start off by talking about this past weekend. There was a lot of big events that happened this weekend, starting off with the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw the Grammys.
I did not. I was at my job.
You missed out.
I bet.
Because Demi Lovato performed, and I am a big fan of Demi Lovato. Not because I grew up on Demi Lovato and Camp Rock and stuff, but I just think that because she's so open to the world with what is going on with her, compared to a lot of artists, they tend to hide what's going on with them, but she's very open with.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was like an obvious thing that she.
It is very obvious.
Yeah,
like,
so she was just kind of
even from Disney days, it was pretty known that she
was doing some drugs
and she beat up some girl when she was on tour.
I feel like beating somebody up on tour is like, that's every celebrity gets their like one beef or some shit, because like Justin Bieber and fucking Chris Brown and shit be fighting. But anyways,
so she's just very open with her recovery process and the things that are going on with her, and she finally performed after her last relapse. So she finally came back out on the Grammys, sang a very vulnerable song, and if you know me, you know I like sad music. So I was like, ooh, girl, I feel you. Not like in a personal level, like, but
no,
like,
good music. You will feel good music regardless of what you're actually going through in life.
But I
like,
also feel like
shit, and you'll be like, oh, why did he leave you like that?
I feel like this is a song that a lot of people will relate to. Not that it's about substance abuse. It's just like, hey, I'm going through this thing. Is there anyone out there trying to listen to me and help me out? So if you haven't listened to it yet, I highly recommend it. I recommend watching her Grammy performance because she cried, and that was what broke me the most. I was like, damn, that was good.
Yeah, seeing people cry also, no matter what, they fucking make you cry. You send me like
pull some heartstrings.
Wow, this is a very good performance. Oh my God, is that tears?
But for her to be so open to that process is, I want to say, I don't know if impressive is the right word, but impressive. I'm going to say impressive because, like I said, a lot of people want to be private about those kinds of things. Mm-hmm. But she's been in the spotlight for so long, like since Barney and Friends, she was on TV and stuff. So a lot of things have been happening in the public eye. So I just love Demi Lovato,
Yes.
Also, in the news, we had the passing of Kobe Bryant, which really shook the world.
It was like to the point where, like, how like something like that happens in the celebrity world, and people are like, is this a joke? Like, how many times Betty White has died, and everyone's like, oh, it's just a joke. Nah, it's just a joke. Somebody was like, Kobe Bryant died, and I just kind of looked at them, and they were like, no, I'm being so like
I think that's
they thought that I was looking at them like, you're fucking kidding, but I kind of was.
That's the way that a lot of people took it as, like,
this is a joke. This is a joke. This is Kobe Bryant.
Because he wasn't like an old.
He wasn't old enough, but he was also Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, so like he did so much for basketball, and so many people looked up to him. So like it was a big shock for a lot of people, and it really shook the world.
To be honest, let me tell you how this shit like what happened at work. I was already frustrated at work, so like my reaction to it was kind of shitty. But the kid that I work with was trying, like we were messing around, like goofing around. But I was still frustrated with work. So when he was like, "Oh yeah, did you hear that Kobe Bryant died?" I kind of looked at him, and he's like, "No, for real, I'm serious." And I'm like, "It doesn't change that I'm at work right now." And I kind of walked away. But like I didn't mean it as like I didn't care. I just meant it as like I don't want to deal with that right now. You know what I mean? And when I finally like got off of work and I was actually on the internet and seen everything, that's when it hit me. That it was like, you know, growing up with my cousin in Jersey, that was who we idolized while playing basketball. Like she's only a few years older than me, but still, like we would go to the court, play each other. She would always be like, here's what you're wearing to play basketball, and it would be number 8 Lakers jersey. Like that's what it was, and like it makes me so happy too because my number has always been 24. So I was like, I was 24 before Kobe was 24. Like that was my number first. But like I idolized him growing up. Like that's who I had. Some people like 70s, 80s or whatever had like Michael Jordan. People before that had, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like for me it was Kobe, obviously, and I was like, damn, that's sad. That's crazy. I can't believe it. He was so young. But when I found out his fucking daughter was with him,
right,
that's what fucked me up.
Because that also shook the world too.
Yo, cause like
and she was only 13.
Right. And as a father, all I could think is like, not like imagine sitting there with your child and knowing that like there's nothing you can do to help them right now. Like that must be the worst fucking thing. Like to know, like my biggest fear, losing my child before I go. The biggest fear. I feel like that's every parent's biggest fear is to lose their child. So imagine knowing you're about to lose your child and not being able to fucking do anything. That shit fucked me up. That fucked me up.
And your son is pretty young as well.
Yeah. He's 10.
10.
Yeah. It was his mother's birthday too. That was even worse. Because it was like, oh, happy, and that's how we met, basketball. So it was just like, damn, this sucks that like this happened, and we're trying to celebrate you, and y'all have the same, like Kobe's daughter and my son's mom have the same exact first and middle name, same exact one. So I was like, this really sucks. I'm so sorry. My son was sad. I know what I did. I know what I did.
I didn't even notice until you said
I know what I did.
But back to the Grammys, I'm also very surprised how quick they had a turnaround towards that. Because it is something that really impacted the world. Mm-hmm. And the way that they handled it, I thought they handled it very well. And they handled it very fast because it was something that happened earlier in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did hear about what Lizzo said.
Yeah, so Lizzo shouted at him out. Little Nas X had his jersey and his performance. Alicia Keys did a little tribute to him in the beginning of the show. So like just the way that these musical artists, even though they're on an award show for music, they still took the time to make a tribute towards him and acknowledge him and his impact on the world. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really good, and I really liked that about the show. Yeah.
I mean, that business is so fast paced. That shit happens all the time where it's just like a couple hours ago this happened, but we need to do something to like memorialize it. Mm-hmm. Like always. Like it's just so fast, and like you know that for weeks they were practicing. When the presenters go on, when the performers go on, how they do it, they would they were practicing their sets, yada yada yada, and then just boom, click like that. They had to change it, and like they got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's amazing. It's super impressive.
That's why I can't do that shit.
They were doing all that practice, and then boom, something happened. They're like, wait, gotta change gears.
Yep, they changed their performance constantly up into the performance itself. They'd be changing, and I don't know. I can't even remember half the fucking lyrics to my own songs that I wrote like 2 days ago, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't be a performer. That's not my thing. That is not where I'm going.
Well, most performers can't even remember some of their songs either. So,
well, I mean, that's why they lip sync, and that's how they get caught because they're like.
Right. And then you're just like, wait, that's not the right word.
You definitely lip the word fuck when you say front. I don't understand. I want to know.
Or even like in like the celebrity interviews when they have to like re-sing their song and then they're just like, I don't remember the words.
It's just like you don't got the beat on, man. That's what it is, and then you go put the beat on, and it's like. And also, man, you don't have back vocals. Okay.
I also understand because they have like hundreds of songs. So
yeah, I got so many songs. Like I just cannot remember some of them, and it fucking sucks, dude. That's why I don't perform. Well, that's that, and I'm too shy. I be getting stage fright.
Okay.
Anyways,
and other news.
Oh my God, we keep going on to me, but anyway.
Enough about you.
Enough about my music.
This isn't the Kid Dre show. It's YouTube in the shortcut.
We still have time to change it. This is only season 1. The Kid Dre Show featuring D.
No.
No?
No.
All right.
No.
Well, think about it.
No.
Get back to me.
So we'll put that in the bin.
The suggestion box?
Yeah. That no one ever checks.
No one checks the suggestion box, actually. We didn't even make it yet.
Also, I wanted to mention this in the beginning of the video. And the podcast.
Beginning of the podcast? The whole thing?
Yes, beginning of the whole thing.
You are late.
A little bit.
Go ahead.
I apologize, but I just wanted to thank the people who are watching and the people who have been messaging me and giving just like warm support, you know.
Yeah, we've had a lot of feedback and a lot of people messaging us both on our Instagram or personally, and just like talking to us about, oh hey, here's some feedback, or oh I didn't know this about you, or I love finding this out about you. Oh, this was funny when, and it's good. It feels good to get that back. So if anyone ever wants to give us some type of feedback, please, if you're gonna be negative, we'll fuck you and fuck everything you fucking think. But please hit us up on our Instagram. You can DM us. But anyways, back to what you were saying. Well, either one of us will respond, or we'll both respond.
And even just like, hey, I really liked the episode. That's cool too.
Yeah, that's
thank you.
Thumbs up.
Thank you for the people who did that.
Yes.
So anyway, back to the podcast now. That was a little sidetrack. In other news, recently, David Schwimmer. That's a funny name. David Schwimmer of Friends, from Friends, has suggested that there be a African American version of Friends.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, I want to know, like, why does he think there needs to be one?
I didn't look too much into it.
Okay.
But I did see the criticism towards this.
Oh, I'm sure there was some.
And so what I have seen as far as criticism was that there is already a black version of Friends, and it's called Living Single.
Never heard of it.
We're just going to ignore that. It's called...
You're such a dick, bro.
It's called Living Single.
I'm just going to sit here and tell you, man, not be noticed. It's fine. You can just... Oh, I thought you were going to talk over me.
And a lot of black people and people from the cast of Living Single have commented on this comment and said... Living Single was actually before Friends, and it was like the jump off point for Friends. So I just thought it was...
What do you mean by that? Like, the jump, like...
So, like, I watched an interview with Queen Latifah and James Corden, and he...
Is his name Gordon or Corden? It's Corden?
Corden.
Okay. My bad.
and he pretty much brought this rumor up, and she addressed it. She was like, yeah, so the producers of NBC or whatever big guy runs NBC was asked, what show would you want, what new show would you want that's out right now, and he said Living Single. And then a few months later they came out with Friends, and there's a lot of similarities between the two shows.
Except for the black people.
Well, it's about a group of black people who are friends living in a apartment in the city. So like,
but that's a lot of shows.
There's just a lot of there's the topics and the
many,
relationships and all that kind of stuff.
So you tell me there's a Ross and Rachel in Living Single?
Yes, there's similarities.
I'm just saying like I would want what I'm expecting right now is to go and watch Living Single and see like a brother and sister that hang out with their 3 other friends, and then
I think
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm expecting
like even like personality wise, like there's a airhead. There's a.
But all right, so here's why I'm saying that, because go watch Disney shows or Nickelodeon or novellas or I'm sorry for us non-Spanish people, soap operas, and the show might have a different title, but the structure of the show is usually the same. There's the black friend, the Asian friend, the girl, the stupid one, the very smart one. You know what I'm saying? The very popular one or the loser, whatever. There's always those certain roles that are casted in the show. So that's how I'm looking at it is like, yeah, homeboy might have been like, wow, I really wish that I had Living Single. That's a great show. And then he went and made up his own concept. Or he might have just watched every single episode. He's like, all right, this episode is about whatever. And then fucking, you know what I'm saying? But like, in my head, like, copying is like, or not copying, but like taking, or the black version of Friends would be, there's 5 of them that chill at a coffee shop. 2 of them are related. One of the ones that are related is fucking one of the friends. And then the other 2 friends get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be like the black version of, and that's what I'm picturing is like, he's like, we need to do it with black people. You just make the whole show again, just with black people. That's literally.
But that's not what reboots are.
No, it's stupid. I don't think we should do. Listen, you just stop. Just hold the fuck up, okay? I don't like that they just keep going back in time and they're like, you know what movie I haven't seen in 4 decades? This one. Let's remake it and fuck it up.
With different cast members.
Well, I mean, 4 decades, yeah, you're going to have a different cast member. That's 40 years.
I mean,
like, all right, so.
Make some type of connection.
I like when they do, like, how last episode I talked about Bad Boys. I liked it. It was good. Same cast. You know what I'm saying? It was good. They didn't change how they were, but whatever. They just progressed the story. It's when they go and they're like, we're gonna make, what movie have they? I don't even know. I can't even think. But like, just say for example, they're like, we're gonna make Rent again. We're gonna do the same exact thing, same songs, same play. Like,
how do you remake?
Why? Why would you remake? Why would you remake a great movie like that? This is why. This is why I get those messages. Never mind. Keep going.
But also, there's just been a history of white people taking things from people as credit,
but that's a fact.
Taking it for credit,
and that is a fact. I'm not even gonna say that it's not. That was my perspective. My perspective was like, I just feel like all shows be like that. Like all shows is like, oh, there's always the dumb one. There's always the blonde. There's well, that's the same thing. That's fucked up. There's always the different ethnicity one.
Yeah,
unless it's a black show, there's no white people at all. Actual, I'm sorry, in Living Color, right? They have what's his name? That's why we have a laptop in front of us.
For example, I recently saw that they made a documentary about the person who sings the Lion King song "Lion Sleeps Tonight."
Yes.
And
yeah. In Living Color had Jim Carrey. That's where Jim Carrey came from. Cause
so you know where Jim Carrey came from, but you didn't know.
Cool, because he made a big stink about how he was like, when white people wouldn't give me a chance in Hollywood, the black people did. It was funny. I was like, yeah. All right. Anyways.
So
can you feel the love tonight?
No, I said it. Lion Sleeps Tonight.
A Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Yes. In the jungle, jungle. So a white person had sung it, and it became like this big thing, and they used it in Lion King, of course, but it originally came from South Africa and South African people, black people, because there are white people in South Africa.
Have you heard that version?
What, the South African version?
Yeah.
I have not, but
Maybe
they made this. They made this whole like documentary on Netflix.
I just feel like maybe we wouldn't have understood it.
They speak English in South Africa. I have family in South Africa.
No. Yeah, but don't they have an accent? That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about the language. I was talking about the accent.
I mean, that's fine, but it's different when you. It's different when you redo a song, but you give the person credit. This person didn't give the South African people credit. That's what the whole documentary was about. Like, this white guy re-singing this song and not giving the South Africans credit, and then they are trying to fight and get credit for the song.
It's not a known person. You're saying?
No.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
It's just on Netflix. Since we are talking about white people taking black people stuff, we can talk about the use of the N-word.
Damn, we just gonna dive right in.
We are just gonna dive right in.
Well, all right. Well, can I just first? I want to disclose, so that I don't offend anyone. While talking during this conversation, I will be saying they when I'm talking about black people, as well as white people, because I do not want to be associated with anything I am saying at the moment. Because I feel like if I say we, my dad's side of the family would be like, or my mom's side of the family would be like when I say we about white people. But anyways, I just wanted to say that. Because I'm not going to say we. I'm just going to be like, black people were here first. Facts.
They were.
They were.
Another thing that white people have taken from.
To be fair, white people took everything from every single person, even other white people. But no, facts. Black people were here first. And yeah. And it's also a fact that black people, because of the melanin, actually the melanin is in our, oh no, see, now I said our. But I have melanin, so I can't say that. But melanin is in our skin because of where we were first located, which was closer to the sun. So it is actually a fact when we say we don't like the fucking cold. Because we actually can't take it.
I certainly cannot.
But yeah, let's talk about the N-word. What is it that you would like to talk about when it comes to the N-word? And when you say the N-word, do you mean both versions or one version?
Both versions.
Okay, all right. I'm about to lose friends.
Well, like, I only want to talk about the A ending. We'll talk about that first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone should use this word.
I think if any, I think that if it's that much of a problem, no one should use the word. That's what I was gonna say. That's all I was gonna say. If there's so much controversy, it should be taken out of the fucking English language. But as you were saying,
I don't think anyone should use this word because there's controversy. Because of the history of the word, there's obviously people who are still offended by it. So why are we still using it? But I want to say, on the other hand, for black people, I can somewhat understand why they use the word. For black people, in using the word, I feel like this is a way of reclaiming the word.
Yep. No, yeah, yes. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna wait till the very end.
It's like when females want to use the B word. They're like, "What's up, B?" Bitch.
I say fuck. You can say the word bitch on the podcast. It's fine.
I don't swear.
You literally just said bitch. I've heard you say fuck.
Yes, because
I'm going back. Somebody go back and go watch the podcast from
I don't
earlier.
swear often. I try not to
Alright, okay. See, that's different than
Okay.
I don't swear, bougie bitch.
Okay, so reclaiming the word. I feel like it's equivalent to females being like, "Hey, what's up, bitch?
Hey, bitch.
Hey, bitch.
I'm a bad bitch," which I still disagree.
You disagree with what?
I'm going to the end. Wait, go ahead. Finish what you got to say, because I got a whole thing to say.
So I feel like reclaiming the N-word in that case is okay. But if you are anything other than black, the question that you should think about is, what is the purpose of you saying this word?
Why do you want to say it so
Why
bad?
do you want to say it so bad?
Yeah.
And if a black person tells you you cannot say it, why do you want to say it so bad?
Alright, so listen. If a black person says to a white person, because that's predominantly who it is that we have a problem with. Because I know damn well that you will see a Puerto Rican saying the N-word and you don't bat a fucking eyelash.
Some people do.
Some people do. Alright, well, we're talking about us. I'm saying you. Would you bat an eyelash if a Puerto Rican or Dominican, fucking Mexican, or some other type of Latino were to be like, exactly, man. So, and Espanol, somebody will be like, "Ay, nigga," and you'll be like,
no,
"Hey, whatever."
Because, like,
but
I still view them as people of color. So, like, I'm
right.
Like, okay.
Right, okay, so good. We're on the same page with that. But, alright, so here's my thing. If a white person wants to say nigga that bad, then yes, I agree with why do you want to say it. If you could, one of our friends said this. If you could tell me why you want to say it that bad and if it's a good enough reason, maybe. That's a hard maybe, but it's a maybe, right? And usually, there's not a good reason except for what you say it. But this is where my view of it changes, which is I regularly say the word because I do music. And in my music, the type of music I make, honestly, the word nigga is like that word bitch, nigga, and
nigga.
The nigga, I'm that nigga, what up, my nigga? But, so I say the word. I say it to my friends. I'll be telling the story, I'll be like, and this nigga, and I could be talking about a white person. If I go up to a white person and I'm like, oh, that's my nigga, why the fuck would I not, like, why would I care if they say it back to me? Because, hold on.
I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
I wasn't even going to rebuttal yet.
All right,
gosh, can I ask the question?
No, ask the question. Yeah, my bad.
So are you referring to a white person as nigga?
Yeah, if I'm like, that's my nigga, why the fuck would I not expect them to be like, yeah, that's my nigga? Or, oh, nigga, come on. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, this is how I think about it. Okay? We have taken the word, I'm not going to say it. We have taken the word that was used against black people and we created a term of endearment.
Yes,
right.
Reclaiming the word.
Okay, we reclaimed the word. Correct. Now, we changed the definition. So now, nig, E-R, is disrespectful. That's the same equivalent as faggot, right? Don't say that. You do not say that word because that is a derogatory term. But we changed it. Took the ER, we put an A at the end. Some people AH, right? We made that word mean friend, brother. Sometimes it means stupid person, or so depending on how you're using it. And that's exactly how I view it. Depending on how you're using it. So if my white friend says to me, yo, that's my nigga. Cool, that's cool. Because that means that I'm your boy. But if you come up and you're like, you're a dirty ass nigga, then I'm going to punch you in your fucking face.
But you can also turn that around and say, yes, faggot, retard are words that we shouldn't use. So why are we still using the word nigga?
But I didn't know. But I'm not. But I'm not saying
you can return. You can
no. And I'll say the same thing. Hey, if you got a problem with the word faggot, then we shouldn't fucking use it at all.
That's
if you got a problem with the word retarded, which honestly, those 3 words are terrible fucking words. Spick. You know what? If I'm saying spick, retarded, and faggot, can I just say nigger? So okay, so nigger, faggot, spick, retarded, like midget, like there's just words that you know for a fact are words that are used to hurt somebody. But if we're taking a word and we're remaking it into something else, it's just a word now. In my opinion.
But if you see that people are getting offended by you using the word nigga, then why are we saying it?
Okay, but that's different. If you got a black person who's like, I don't feel comfortable, then shut the fuck up. I don't care what race you are. I don't care if you're black, white, green, yellow, tan. Don't say it. Because we have a friend who she don't even like the word. She don't even use the word. And she's black. So it's like, there's a reality that there are some black people who don't even use it themselves. So if she tells me, hey, can you stop saying that? I'm going to stop saying that because that's my homie. But it's like, to me, it's just a word. And I feel like, so many people hate that I have this view, but it's like, my thing is, when we we do too much. I'm proud. Yes, I'm half black. I'm half white, and I am happy with both of my ethnicities and my cultures. But I just feel like when we do too much black power, black pride, it starts to segregate us more. You're gonna sit here and tell me about the history where we had to have our own separate water fountains to drink from. We had to sit in the back of the bus. And now you're trying to take a word from the community. That's the same shit. You're segregating us just the same as they were segregating us. And because we're doing it to ourselves, it's okay. I don't like it. I find it to be counterproductive to be like, I should be able to do exactly what the white man did, but the white man can't do whatever the fuck I'm doing. That's a little ass backwards to me.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Nice. Please say what you're gonna say, because I feel like some people already have turned this fucking thing off right now.
I want to ask, like, if white people can say nigga, what is the white equivalent to nigga?
Ain't it cracker?
No, because
cracker
has a. Okay. The word cracker.
Hunky. Hillbilly.
That's not offensive though.
No, it's not.
The word cracker
Slave
came
driver.
from whip cracker, and that's not offensive either. It just goes back to...
No, it didn't. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. I know whoever watching YouTube right now just saw the fucking mind getting blown. No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
I thought it came from saltine.
No.
I thought it came from saltine crackers because they're white.
No.
Yeah! Question was, what is
the white equivalent to... If white people can say nigga, what is the equivalent?
Wait, alright.
The word cracker originated from whip cracker. So, white people...
I'm so fucked up.
White people still have power. It's not an offensive word. When white people are trying to say nigga, it comes from a negative background.
No. Wait, alright, okay.
The word nigga comes from a negative background. While you say cracker, it doesn't matter because it came from a position of power.
Yeah, I understand.
So we are still allowing white people to have power by allowing them to say nigga.
I understand what you're saying, but not nigga. Nigger comes from a place.
No, but people still view nigga as coming from nigger, which come from a negative background. So
I thought we took the whole. In my head is we took this word and we made a whole different word. There's a whole different word. Nigga is a different word than nigga. I really gotta stop saying that word. You're right. There's no equivalent term, but I don't know. I think my place where my frustration comes from when it comes to black people, white people, and fucking the battle between the races is I clearly I'm mixed.
Mm-hmm.
And my skin tone and my upbringing do not match.
Which is the case for most people. Not all white people have the need to say nigga, or not all white people are bad.
Right.
And I understand that.
Now, listen, so that's another thing I was going to talk about, but I'll say it now. I just get, I get so worked up fast when people say, well, white people, blah, 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 blah. And, like, my reason? You don't know my fucking father. My father is a very good man. So...
He liked that melanin.
He did. And let me tell you something really fast. You know that saying, once you go black, you never go back? I feel like for my dad, he embodied that saying. Because I just know he likes black women. I know. Like, my brothers came, and they're older than me, so it was like, oh, okay, you got your white babies, and then boom, here I came. But my dad was like, whoa, holy black lady. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah. But yeah, so that bothers me, because it's like, you don't know my dad. You don't know every single white person. Not every single white person feels that way.
No.
And just like black people, like, you don't know every black person. Not every black person is this, whatever the fuck you think type of black person is. You know what I'm saying? So it just, that's where it comes from. It's just like, I feel like I always have to defend my family when it comes to that shit. And it's just like, that's why I get so aggravated. Now, my family, my dad's side, because my mom is from a different state. So I haven't really grown up with my family in Jersey. But my family here, I grew up with them. Like, I spent every weekend at my grandmother's house, most of the time with my younger female cousin, because she's my favorite. I probably shouldn't have said that. You know what? I think she's the only one that listens to this podcast, so it's okay. You're my favorite. And everyone in the family knows. But yeah, so I spent all of my time basically with that side of the family, and now I'm not saying they're not the type of, you know, people who say that word. They don't. They understand that it's not for them.
Right, and there's plenty of people.
Exactly, and so it's not like I'm fighting for my family because they say it. I'm just making my perspective known, because I don't think people quite understand why I say what I say. But it's just like, I don't know. That's who I grew up with, and that's what I know. That's who I am, and I also am something else. And I know how to be both of my cultures, and I just feel very offended, and like I have to defend my family for people's opinions, and that's not how they are.
So why are you defending them?
Because that's not how they are. So it's like, yo, why the fuck do you keep saying white people this and white people that? My family has never done that shit.
But they're saying it's like...
They're saying...
No.
Listen, the people who are saying that ignorantly are saying that most or all white people are the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna go mild.
I know, like, plenty of white people.
Nah, listen, I'm gonna go mild.
Okay, go ahead.
People fucking bungee jumping and skydiving. What's the first thing you say when you see that shit? White people shit. White people.
Actually, Will Smith.
What?
So he changed the game.
No, he don't. Have you seen Will Smith? I don't. All right, so listen. But you know for a fact, the first you see that shit, you're like, white people shit. Fucking hanging off cliffs without goddamn rope, white people shit, right? But there's mad black people who do that. So why do we always say white people shit? And I'm pretty damn sure not a single one in my family would do that. I'm pretty much, like, I would do that. Like, I was watching TV and I was like...
halfway.
Yeah, that didn't help, did it? Right. But I'm just saying that's where I get worked up. That is where I get worked up. Now, what I was saying before about have white, have black thing, and like I feeling like, you know what? I did it again. I don't remember what the fuck I was gonna say. You interrupted me and fucked me up.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, talk. It won't come back to me, but it's fine. It's probably.
What I was going to say is, if we're allowing white people to say nigga, are we also allowing them to be in blackface?
That's different.
Why is it different?
No, that's different.
Why is it different?
Hold on.
Why is it different?
Hold on. What was that lady's name who thought she was black? When she did blackface, that was out of pure, and like she needed to be in a home, like she was mentally ill. When you do blackface to be disrespectful, that's the same thing as saying nigger. If you in costume, now I've seen Halloween costumes where people were what's it for Crazy Eyes from Orange Is the New Black didn't do blackface. Why can't we just do that? Why can't we just do that? You don't need to actually, like, I do Russian accents and I do not look fucking Russian, not a bit. Like, you don't need. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like why are you doing that?
There are white people who dress up as black people, but that's my homie. So
no, you don't need to paint your face black.
So why are we allowing them to say nigga, but they can't be a blackface?
No, you don't need to paint your face black. That's just weird. I don't know.
I think like
I don't paint my face white when I dress up for Halloween a white character. No, you don't do that. That's weird. So, except for when I was the Joker, but that's different. That's different. That was a white man with a white face. That's different. So I think that's different. I'm not saying like, oh, that's disrespectful to paint your face a different color, but it's just weird. It's weird.
So
it's like borderline disrespectful, weird type shit. I don't understand it.
So if we don't allow them to be in blackface, why are we allowing them to say nigga?
I feel like I said this. It's a different word.
It's. I feel like it's the same.
It means bro.
I feel like it's the same. If people see it as being disrespectful and they take it offensive, why are we still saying it? Why are we still trying to say it?
And I'm sure there's somebody out there who's like, I love when white people do blackface.
No.
I do whiteface all the time. Like, I'm sure there's somebody out there who says that shit, but like, that's their prerogative. That's their prerogative, and I understand that I'm.
But I feel like this is
minority.
Yes,
I'm the minority when it comes to because listen, it does not matter how many times I say it. I will say it until I die. If I am saying the word and I'm saying it like that is my brother, that is my homie, that is my friend, then why can't my brother, my homie, my friend who is Caucasian say it back to me? And they don't because they get there. I'm like, you could say that word. They're like, nah, I'm good. I'm all set. Because the person before you said I couldn't, and they're a lot scarier than you because they're bigger. That's probably what it is.
Because they know better.
I don't know. It's the ER that gets me mad. It's the ER, and I want to make that very clear. I do not like the harsh ER. That one sets me off. That will set me off.
I think either way.
You know what else? I was thinking about this. I was leaving work and I saw this white guy. He was very handsome with this beautiful black woman, and I was like, "Oh, they're so cute." I love seeing mixed race couples.
Me too.
Love seeing that.
Me too.
But then it made me think about how you go on the internet and you'll see bitches. They'll be like, "White man stealing." I mean, white bitches stealing all the black men. Like they'll say that shit, and you're just like, "Huh? What?" And it makes me think about what my mom says to me. If your father and I were born at a different time, they would kill us. They would kill me for being with him, for being with each other. I'm so happy that we're in a place where we can be together. Why is that not the view? How are you going to sit there and fucking put somebody down for being with somebody because they're some other race than the race of the person that you want to be with? Go find a fucking black man that wants to be with a black woman. Like, I'm not saying it's okay to be like, nah, I only date black bitches. I'm not saying, no, I won't date somebody who's this skin color. That's fucked up to say. I think it's fucked up to say. Like, I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I've been in such bad relationships where I'm like, I honestly just don't have a dick. That's literally the only objective in my life right now. I don't give a fuck if you're 6 foot tall. I don't care if you're 4'3". Just don't have a dick. Don't be crazy. If I vibe, we vibe. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not on that. I need her to look like this. I need her to be like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's fucked up to be like, I'm not gonna date somebody outside of this race, this one specific race. But it's just like, as somebody looking in on a relationship, why the fuck are you downing somebody for being with somebody? Look where we came from. I would not fucking be here if the race was still an issue. Like, let the fucking people love each other if they want to love each other. And by the way, I'm sorry, but we mixed fucking babies are beautiful babies. Have you fucking seen us? Maybe not me now, but when I was a baby, I was gorgeous.
I do have to say.
Why are you not laughing at that? I was gorgeous then. Look at me now. Look at me.
Because I don't believe it.
Look at me. Look at my face now. You don't think I was? I'm doing this top model shit. I don't give a fuck.
I don't believe it. That's why I have to see your baby pictures.
Yeah, you will. I'm gonna show you.
I do believe that is a shame that black females, or no, mostly black females, look at interracial relationships and say, I don't understand why black men are gravitating more towards white women.
Probably. I was gonna say something that sounded racist.
Probably because they're crazy.
I was gonna say probably because white bitches ain't crazy, and then I was like, well, I was gonna say, ooh, that sounds racist. Then I was gonna say, actually, I think white bitches,
they're a different type of crazy.
They're psycho. Like, listen, and this is not. I'm not saying all white bitches. I'm saying the females I've dated who were predominantly white women were a certain type of crazy.
I think that's just a sign for you.
No, because listen, my son's mom is half black. Someone else is half black.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, now I'm experiencing black people, black women.
Okay.
It's not about race. It's the gender. Bitches be tripping. But that's a whole different episode. We're gonna talk about we'll talk about gender somewhere else. But yeah, anyways.
You just angered all the females in the audience.
No, but I was gonna say, like, if I did, that's good. Hit us up because we need a female. We need a female. So if I angered any females, let's go. True. Come on, hit us up. Come be over here so you can sit here and talk about how I ain't that type of bitch. I ain't crazy shit. Oh my god, stop. We're not crazy. We're just fucking second.
Alright, now you just did two different
I had to, because I couldn't make fun of a black girl and not make fun of a white girl. I'm sorry. Actually, can you tell which one was which? Because this is about race. So
I am not going to.
The one that smacked her weave was like
oh my god. Okay. Back to what I was saying. I do think it's a shame that people view interracial relationships as something negative, because even if you think about, I don't even know which one this is. Hold on. I think it's a shame because even when you look at Tamara Mowry and her husband, they are in a interracial relationship. And
man, that shit don't count. She's interracial.
She is.
I'm just kidding.
No, but like, she received a lot of backlash for marrying a white man.
Oh, ow, I just smacked myself. I've never seen her husband. Can I see?
And they are like, that's him.
The other nigga in the picture is not white. I know which one is which. Damn.
That's him. And they are
There's also only one male in that picture. You didn't need to tell me.
That's it. And they are in a happy relationship. They have kids and everything.
It's what I'm saying. It's about the vibe.
I don't understand why people want to hate on interracial relationships. If that's what you're happy with, then that's what you're happy with. You know?
Thank you.
And that's
like, it's just like, I don't get it.
This is when we need a black female who like has a strong opinion on interracial relationships on the show.
No. I know
if you are a black female and you want to be on
with
strong opinions on interracial relationships, you can email us. Slide into our
DMs, shorty.
And tell us what you think about interracial relationships.
That's why I don't have no bitches, because I be saying shit.
And so that we can understand your point of view, because right now I don't understand. And I know that there are some people out there, like I said, Tamara and her husband.
My mom and dad. They're not married anymore, so that's a really bad example. That clearly didn't work.
They have received a lot of backlash because of their marriage.
All I know is, listen, I feel like, and it might come off as repetitive at this point, but it's like, I just feel like, yeah, the point of history is to know where we came from, what we did wrong, and how to get better from it, right? Is that not the goal of learning history?
Sure, yes.
Well, when I was in school, it was like just another fucking class, the pointless class to me. But anyways, I just think like that the point of knowing our history is so that we don't divert back to what was. And if you just look at what the fuck is going on, it's just like, well, it just, the way that it goes is it seems like we'll never be away from race no matter how hard we try.
We won't. I feel like race is just like this. Race and racism is just like such this complex thing.
It is.
And I feel like it's something that,
you know what's crazy?
Unfortunately, no matter how much education you put into other people, it's not going to change.
I just feel like race and racism is actually so not complex that it's complex. Like, I feel like it's as simple as, like, we are the same. Like, we have bones and ligaments and nerve systems and muscles and skin, all the same. The only difference is your skin on the outside is different than my skin on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, we have complicated that, and it turned into this big complex thing. When really, it's mad simple. We're all the fucking same. We just look different. You know what I'm saying?
But we're not treated the same.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what's
it's just so complex, but it's not. It don't need to be complex.
It doesn't.
It's the same thing as. It's the same thing as height. Like, I got a little less shin than you. That does not mean that we should not be treated equally. I should not have less options in women because my stature. It is not my fault. I did not do this to myself. Why are you taking it out on me? I could still close your ears. Anybody who doesn't want to hear this, listen. Just because I'm short doesn't mean shit. I can still eat pussy the same. All right, so.
Oh my god!
I was like, you heard what I said. Anyways, I'm just saying, same thing. It's the same fucking thing. Anything in life is like, why the fuck do we? Why are we? It's so simple. We are all the same when the fucking lights go out, bro. And I don't mean turning out the lights to go to bed. I mean when we fucking die, same shit. People cry, people mourn. And then our bodies deteriorate into bones, and it's the same type of bones as yours. Like, we are the same at the end of the day. I don't understand why we just can't realize that. Stop hating. Stop teaching children hate, too. That shit pisses me off.
Yes.
I mentioned that already.
And again, unfortunately, I feel like this is just not a thing that I don't see it changing.
No.
As no matter how much education that we put into it. It's good that we are bringing awareness, but I feel like there's always going to be those racist people.
It does not help who's our leaders.
No, it does not. If anything, like, it kind of
makes it worse.
It makes it worse.
Yeah, it kind of makes it worse because it makes it seem like it's okay. And it's not. It is not.
Or even just like when Obama became president, everyone was hating on him. And like was trying to discredit the fact that he was black and stuff. Listen, I got into an argument with my cousin because I didn't understand what her point. Like, I didn't understand what her point was. One of my cousins, and the way it came up was I posted a picture of his mother, and I was like, Obama's half white. Like I'm proud type shit because that's what I am. I'm half white, I'm half black. And my cousin was like, oh, well, you're not going to understand why my president is black. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, what the fuck? I'm just happy that a mixed motherfucker is in office and I'm a mixed motherfucker. Like, damn, I get it. I think that's what the problem was. I'm like, you're not understanding why I'm proud that he's half white. It's not about anything. Like, I get it. Your president is black. My president is mulatto. Like, that's it. That's all it was. It was crazy. That shit was crazy though when she came. I was like, yo, nigga, I have no idea why you're so mad. Like, damn.
Angry black people. And with that being said, no, I'm just fucking kidding. Yeah, but I don't know. Alright, listen. So the N-word sucks. It should be taken out of. We should just go Men in Black. Fucking shooting. Nobody knows that word.
What word?
What word? Huh?
What are we even talking about?
I don't know. Why am I talking into a microphone?
I don't even know.
I gotta go pee.
This is crazy.
Alright, man.
Alright, well, thank you for watching this episode of Q-Tip.
Yeah, we gotta cut this shit now because look at this motherfucker. Dion's eyes are so red right now because he has not slept in 14 hours more.
I don't even know.
Yeah, he went from class to work to class to here.
From work to class to here.
So he's tired. So we're gonna get out of here.
All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, share this video, share the podcast to your friends. Feel free to DM us if you have any topics that you want us to hear, if you want us to talk about, you want to hear about.
You need to go to fuck to bed. Just listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. Follow our YouTube. Check us out on Instagram. Maybe we'll make no. I was gonna say make a Facebook, but Facebook is becoming so obsolete.
No, I still use Facebook though.
I still use Facebook. And we gotta go.
All right. Anyway, bye. Thank you.
Deuces.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything.